semester of my life, and that is because I spent it here. My name is Sarah McKinney, and I'm going to tell you about my broad experience in Tel Aviv. This is where I stayed, the top corner. It was called the Einstein Dorms at Tel Aviv University. That's the view of the city, and that's the campus. The first step of going abroad was making friends and meeting people. I had one roommate that I met through mutual friends. But it was pretty easy to make friends. There were counselors that they called madrachim in charge of everyone, and they did little icebreakers, and there were trips we took together so everyone could get to know each other. And that photo on the bottom is my friends and I on our last night. The city of Tel Aviv is really interesting. There's a lot of attractions. The Shuk, which is like a flea market, is a popular place there. There's the beach. There's also Namal, the port, which is a local beach area where people play mat coat, which is kind of like paddleball. So this was the first trip we took as a group to the south. About 100 kids. We went to the Dead Sea, which, if you haven't heard of it, is the Mediterranean, and you can float. The salt, it's so concentrated with salt. We went hiking. We went to a place called Ein Gedi. The second trip for the weekend was the north, and at the north we went hiking, we went kayaking in the Jordan River, and we stayed in Bedouin tents. And Bedouins are an Arab ethnic group in Israel. After this, we took another trip where we went to Jerusalem. And in Jerusalem, we went to the Old City. We ate falafel. We stayed for a weekend. I also went again with friends and stayed in a youth hostel for another weekend. We went to the Western Wall, which is arguably the most ancient and important area to the Jewish people. This is a slide of nightlife in Tel Aviv. The top photo is a club called Clara, and what's interesting about nightlife there is it's very seasonal. So clubs and bars will open in the winter and for the spring seasons and close and only be open during those specific seasons. The great thing about Israelis is they love to have a good time. It's a photo of some soldiers, and Israelis describe themselves often as an onion. You have to peel back the layers. At first they come off a little, harsh, a little rude, pushy, but when you get to know them, they're really welcoming, and they love the city, and they love life, and they want you to as well. And so on my trip back to America, I was pretty upset. I cried the entire 12 hours, but I did keep in touch with everyone I met. I still do, and I plan to go back to Tel Aviv very soon. Most of my friends are going back this summer. We're looking for jobs there. It was easily the best experience of my life, so if you haven't been to Tel Aviv, I recommend you go. Thank you for listening.